Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Peace be on you all. I pray that you're all blessed with good health and lots of happiness. I mean, welcome back to Naila'z Journey. Today I'm doing a quick video. Well, I'm hoping it is a quick one. I wanted to talk to you about what happened on Friday 13th. So yesterday on Friday I had my appointment at the respiratory clinic to check for my lungs and see whether the fluid in my lungs had grown or not. And after having an ultrasound and going through some points with the consultants, they said they're going to speak to my oncologist that it is very important that the fluid is drained, because there's a time limit in which they can do it in. If the time limit has exceeded and they're not able to do this for me. So as I have my appointment on 16th of September with the oncologist, hopefully he will have some information in regards to the drainage of the fluid from my lungs, because my breathing is quite poor. So after having attended that appointment, I was sitting back in my car. My legs were still out. My husband was putting the wheelchair back in the boot and I was just waiting for him to move my legs in. I suddenly vomited and was feeling nauseous, having come out from the hospital. But as soon as I sat in the car, I went forward and vomited, and this sudden excruciating pain started on the right side of my hip, and I was just screaming with pain, crying, and I couldn't deal with it. Usually when I vomit, there's always pain in the back, so my husband thought it's that pain again, and then he had to calm me down. It took about 20 minutes for me to settle, and he gave me morphine, he gave me paracetamol, and then after 20 minutes, it was very difficult, but he managed to move my legs into the car. The drive back home was very difficult, and once I got home I couldn't come out the car again. So again it took my husband about 15 to 20 minutes to just settle me first, calm me down, because all I was doing was crying because the pain was just so much. And he gave me another dose of morphine, and finally managed to come out the car. Then just crying, went into the house, and then walked down to the sitting room, and we sat on the sofa. It was just so much pain. Then he called my Rennie hospice nurse, and then they came out and gave me an injection for morphine sulfate, because as morphine via an IV or an injection works faster than the one given through your mouth. So she said that they can admit me into the hospice, and I said I didn't want to be admitted anywhere. So I said I'll just see how the morphine sulfate helps me. But after an hour, the pain was just as it was before at 3 o'clock. So he rang the nurse back again and said, can you just admit her into the hospice? And they said that at this moment there are no doctors on duty, so they won't be able to check her properly, and we need to rule out a few things. If morphine isn't working and all the other pain medicines that she's taken isn't working, then there can be an underlying issue such as compression or increase in calcium in the blood, or it can be something else, or it can just be muscular pain or nerve pain. So if there is any amitriptyline or if there's any nerve medication, then you can take that. So I already had amitriptyline at home, so I took a dose of that. I threw up, and then after 10 minutes I took amitriptyline again, and all it did was make me so drowsy that after crying with pain, I said I can't take the pain. I fell asleep, and then an hour later I woke up again, and I said the pain is just so much, I can't deal with it. So he called the nurse back again. She advised that I need to call the ambulance and she needs to be admitted in hospital. And I said I'm not going to stay in hospital. I already spent 5 days before, and it's torture really to stay in a hospital. I don't want to go. So but my husband said you need to go. So I agreed. He called the ambulance, explained everything, and the person on the phone said that I need to be assessed within the next 4 hours again, and then they'll decide whether an ambulance needs to come or not. So in that meantime, I fell asleep again, crying, and then I woke up hearing my husband talking over the phone with the paramedics, and they explained that I need to be in the hospital so they can do blood tests and x-rays to rule out some of the things that could have happened. About 11:15, the ambulance came, and two nice guys, Mick and Will, came. They checked me, went through my history, and they explained that it may be muscular pain, and if I had taken any ibuprofen and stuff. And Abdullah said that, I'd never thought of that, because when something goes wrong you always think of the worst scenario rather than what is maybe the easiest or better. So they said we can take you to the hospital, but it's very busy at the moment and there'll be a long wait in the corridor, and I can't even sit for that long. I can't even walk at the moment. My husband is actually lifting me up, taking me to the toilet, bringing me back to the bed. It's just difficult. Moving, I can't even put my weight on the right side. Can't even lean forward. That's how difficult it has become. So the ambulance crew said, its choice is yours, but I did have a fever, and my oxygen levels were about 88%. My heartbeat was elevated. So they said, but this is the usual things that happen to me because of the condition that I am in. So they said they can take me to the hospital, or or I can just wait till the night, have the ibuprofen, use any pain relief gel on the pain site, and by morning, if nothing's fine, then call the ambulance again, and then you will be hospitalized. So I was very relieved that I didn't have to go to the hospital. I was in extreme pain, severe pain, but the thought of actually going into the hospital, that's the worst feeling. So after they left, my husband then gave me ibuprofen and then rubbed the Voltron gel, and had my morphine again, and I fell asleep. So today is Saturday. What's the date today? Today is 14th of September. So I woke up feeling okay. I think my pain's gone. So I tried to get up and I couldn't do it. Started crying again with pain. And I said to my husband, I said, it hasn't gone. What should I do? I will call the ambulance again. Or it's one dose, because I only taken one dose of the ibuprofen and Voltron gel. It probably is not going to work straight away. So again, I had another dose of ibuprofen and the Voltron gel, and I'm hoping that it works and I start to feel better, because I need to be fit. My treatment starts next week on 16th of September. 16th is when I'm seeing the oncologist, and 19th is when my treatment starts, and I need to be fit for that. Otherwise it's going to be a problem, and it's going to be more delay in my treatment and getting started. So please pray for me that I recover from this pain that I have, so I'm a bit mobile, and I'm able to start my treatment on time, inshallah. So stay tuned and remember me in your prayers.